minutes to air. One minute to the open, about 90 to you guys. To the open, about 30 to you guys.
We head out to the Midwest in beautiful Oklahoma City, Oklahoma for this Western Conference matchup between OKC Energy FC and the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us on this spectacular Saturday evening here in the Midwest. It's going to be a superb match against two teams who have seen each other 3 times already this season. Tyler Terrence, along with my friend and your pal, Matt Stubbington, as we are going to jump right into the featured players, starting with the Colorado Springs Switchbacks, and this man is a load up front. Kavon Frater has been in great form.
He is in great form. Scored the goal for the Switchbacks last week against Phoenix Rising. As you can see, a beautifully well-taken goal. Good in the air, fast and fleet of foot, very technical, and loves to get his teammates involved and loves to dance when he celebrates.
And who doesn't, as he and Master Cashier are currently leading the Springs Switchbacks in goals with 5 apiece. And on the other side, for Jimmy Nielsen's squad, Alex Disson, very pacey, very quick up top, and has tons of composure in front of the net.
Very difficult to defend, comes in from the flank, very composed in front of net, gets his teammates involved as well. Difficult player to defend against.
Alex Dixon had the equalizer against the Switchbacks back on April 1st when these two teams played to a draw. Now the starting lineup for Steve Stritchu's team, as this is the squad that they went with last week.
It's a very good squad as well, and we already mentioned catcher number 10 on the right flank. He loves to come inside and take shots. Aaron King also is very dangerous. It's a very potent offense that this team has.
Eddie Prue and Ronnie Argueta will be pulling the strings in the middle of the park. And for Jimmy Nielsen, the White Puma, his squad have a couple of different faces in there, most notably Jose Angulo up top on loan from St. Louis FC, getting his first start in a green uniform.
Into the lineup, into the starting lineup as well. And he is a very dangerous player, and Coach Nielsen is very excited to have Angulo on his team.
Angulo made an appearance in the USL Game of the Week on ESPNU against San Antonio FC last week. It's going to be the boys in green, the Energy FC, playing host to the Springs Switchbacks when we come back.
Harris unveils the flip throw again and fires into the box. Ball comes down, setting up a right goal kick, and it's in! Unbelievable from OKC Energy!
if you could keep an eye on your business every hour of every day and know where your customers are at any moment? See what your employees are doing or tell if your windows and doors are secure. And what if you could do all that from anywhere? Introducing Cox Business Security. With HD surveillance and 24/7 monitoring, our security never sleeps, so you can. Cox Business Security Solutions. Security that means business.
Find out how a Mercy doctor can take care of you. At Mercy, your life is our life's work.
Harris unveils the flip throw again and fires into the box. Ball comes down, setting up a bicycle kick, and it's in! Unbelievable from OKC Energy!
Welcome back to Taft Stadium for the start of this Western Conference matchup between Energy FC and the Switchbacks FC. Tyler Terrence along with Matt Stubbington, and a lot to look forward to in this match. They've played each other 3 times already, twice in league play, once in the US Open Cup. Spring Switchbacks came away with the most recent win in a league game, 1-0 right at the death. OKC Energy FC got the better of them in the US Open Cup, and then these two teams played to a draw back on April 1st. And there's a lot to look forward to, not only because of the matchup, but because of a player in particular, and just due to the fact that the forward position for OKC Energy has really had a lot of turnover. They're looking to fill the void after trading Kunig to FC Cincinnati in exchange for Andy Craven, as Wojciech is out with injury. And Matt, this proposes a lot of possibilities, and now with Jose Angulo being sent on loan to Energy FC, as you see there, Kunig having a ton of success with Cincinnati. Andy Craven has had some success with OKC Energy, but they maybe feel like Jose Angulo can provide something that has been missing from them for, quite honestly, the past couple of seasons.
They need somebody to have that spark on offense inside the box, and that's why Angulo has been brought into this team, is the danger that he poses for opposition defenses in and around the box. Wojciech was actually coming into some really good form, scored 2 goals, and then got injured in the same game. And it was a huge loss for the Energy for him to go out injured. So Angulo coming in is going to be a real spark for them offensively, and it's going to be interesting to see how he fits in the lineup tonight.
Jose Angulo had a handful of goals for St. Louis FC before being sent over to Oklahoma City Energy FC. And he did make his debut for OKC Energy in the game against San Antonio on ESPNU, which was the USL game of the week last Friday, which saw a dramatic 1-1 draw. Miguel Gonzalez scoring the equalizer right at the death, as it was a wild play. But OKC Energy coming away with the draw. Colorado Springs Switchbacks coming off of that brutal 2-1 loss to Phoenix Rising FC that saw Jason Johnson come off the bench and score 2 goals in the second half, as we are underway from Taft Stadium against these two teams that Jimmy Nielsen didn't want to say that it was a rivalry just yet, but there is a little bit of bad blood between these two teams. They've already seen each other 3 times already this season.
Well, familiarity isn't going to breed contempt between these two teams because of the competitive nature of the squads and how competitive the games have been thus far. It's so difficult to play an opponent so many times in a season. And normally you'll see the same opponent 3 times in the regular season, but then also to see them in the Open Cup as well, it really just adds to the whole mix of things.
Well, both teams will be happy to know that this is the last time that they see each other this 2017 campaign. As we mentioned before, the last meeting between the two, it was Colorado Springs Switchbacks coming away with the victory, 1-0 right at the last. And OKC Energy looking to atone for their previous sins against a Switchback team that Jimmy Nielsen obviously has a lot of respect for, but also thinks that they should be getting results against. But even more so past that, it's the midway point of the season. We asked Jimmy Nielsen what he thought of his team's performance midway through the season, and he said it's unacceptable. And it's refreshing to hear that although his team is right there in the mix for a playoff spot, he's not thrilled with the production that his team has given and wants to see more out of this squad, as right off the bat, Colorado Springs coming with a little bit of pressure here. That'll go almost out of bounds. It's kept in play. And the Switchbacks will start over again.
Yeah, Coach Nielsen not happy with the way that the Energy have been playing. And I saw them play against Phoenix Rising earlier in the season. And quite frankly, Tyler, there was no energy on the field from Oklahoma City Energy at all. And they were very disappointing until the last 5 minutes of the game. And they really stepped up to the plate and were very unfortunate not to come away with a point, as Phoenix Rising scored on a Sean Wright Phillips goal, probably with the last kick of the game.
Well, this Colorado Springs Switchbacks team will be looking to bounce back after that 2-1 loss. Before that, it was a 2-2 draw against Vancouver on July 8th that saw Cashier and Frater the goal scorers. Frater had the goal against Phoenix Rising, and that's why he's one of the players to watch up top. He'll be looking in to get behind the OKC Energy FC back line as that cross goes over the head of everybody. And it'll be a goal kick coming for Moise Pouati, the 21-year-old Cameroonian. Between the sticks for Colorado Springs, a very athletic and good goalkeeper that has command off of his line, great communication with his back line, although this is a team that's given up 2 goals in their last 2 matches. But they'll be looking to shut out a stingy Energy FC team who does have Jose Angulo up top now, and I'm very interested to see how he's going to perform. I'm sure you are too, just because it is interesting to see somebody of Jose Angulo's caliber who wasn't necessarily having the success that he's used to in St. Louis coming on mid-season into a playoff contender with OKC Energy.
It is going to be interesting. I think that Coach Nielsen indicated that Angulo really wanted a different environment to finish out this season, and Coach Nielsen was happy to offer him that opportunity. And obviously with Vucic out, and he has a great opportunity to get into the starting lineup, which he has, and see if he can contribute.
Well, it's not only Vucic, it's Philip Rasmussen. This team has had a couple of bad injuries that have not exactly been friendly to them, and even more so, Jimmy Nielsen wasn't exactly happy with the way that the schedule shaked out for the first half, as here's an early delivery from Miguel Gonzales. It's a good ball, but nobody there to latch onto it at the back post. It'll be another goal kick for Pouati.
I like the service in there, just a little bit too high for the runners at the back post. A good early ball in. The opportunity came for the cross coming in with an overlapping run down the left flank. But Coach Nielsen, he said that he wasn't happy with the energy of his team either, and pinned a lot of it on the fact that the practice schedule has been so difficult because of the way the game schedule is shaken out at this part of the season. He doesn't feel like he's had enough time to actually have true practices with his players. He's had a lot of walkthroughs, so it's difficult to get any, I'm going to use the word energy a lot tonight, but he hasn't been able to get any real energy into practice because all of the practices, or a majority of his practices, have been recovery type practices or walkthroughs rather than a full practice of actual scrimmage and ball movement that coaches like to have their players do. However, he said he's excited to see his team this week because he's had the time to have a really good week of practice, and he thinks that we'll see the fruits of the team's labor on the field tonight.
And anybody who knows Jimmy Nielsen knows that he's not a man to make excuses or to sort of just put a result or put a bag of results on the fact that it is a schedule. But when he explains it, it does make sense. You know, teams are going to play like they practice, and if they're just practicing with walkthroughs and going through set pieces because they have so many games back to back to back, it does make sense that the quality of play is going to drop. You ask any great team, any great coach who's involved in athletics, the way that you play automatically reflects how you are in practice. And he just went on and on about how he's excited for this week in particular. Like you said, Matt, he feels like his team had a great week of training, and it is going to show in this match. So I know that we've been buzzing trying to get this game, and we are very excited to be calling this one here at Taft Stadium. Again, Tyler Terrens along with Matt Stubbington. Excited to have you with us as the Switchbacks are trying to gain possession. Kim knocked off the ball. Kyle Highland getting his first touch in.
And part of it is that you build your squad and you hope to have depth on your squad, but you can't have any competition within your squad because you're doing the walkthroughs all the time.
Here's a good opportunity from Colorado, as that one is deflected. It'll be a corner kick for the visitors. Kevon Frater getting in behind the defense and being a nuisance as he always is.
That was a good, decisive run there by Frater. Getting around the back of the defense, keeps the ball going, and then good defensive work there from the Energy Guzman, coming back from his midfield position to shepherd that ball out for the corner kick.
Here comes in the corner. It's a good whipped in ball. Kyle Highland gets there first, and the Switchbacks will have another opportunity to run it back. Almost 7 minutes played here at Taft.
Love that ball played in at the near post. Highland did well with it.
It's another good ball in. Lorendi off of his line, and it's cleared away by Daly all the way back to Kim. Cody Lorendi was sprawled off of his goal line, but his defenders did well to back him up.
Goalkeeper must have seen that very late. Made it look awkward as he went to try and corral that ball as it was crossed in. All right, fullback for Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Burrett taking the throw in short. Not a good one, and the Energy come away with the ball, but just hit and hope up the park and clear the lines. Almost looks like a 4-and-out punt.
3-and-out.
3-and-out.
But that's
punt.
okay. Stuff going on with the audio, I'm sure you know. Fans, Energy FC's next home match is Saturday, July 22nd against Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Tickets are available by calling 235-KICK or visit energyfc.com. Here's Gonzalez laying it off for Dixon as that shot over the bar. Oh, it was a great opportunity, and the home fans could potentially smell an early goal inside of 10 minutes, and Puati just telling everybody to settle down for a moment.
He'll be breathing a big sigh of relief that went over his bar. Well, like Dixon had the opportunity to shoot there, but Argueta defensive presence just forced the shot over.
Puati electing to play it short as OKC Energy are going to allow the Switchbacks to possess in their own defensive third. And just like that, Switchbacks cough it back up.
Not a good pass forwards there from Phillips. No checking run really made from his forwards. Switchbacks playing with 3 up top, so there should have been somebody available.
And that's going to be a foul against OKC Energy, and it'll be a dangerous free kick opportunity for the visitors. OKC Energy looking to bounce back after that 1-1 draw against San Antonio. They've now drawn one of the top teams, not only in the Western Conference, but the USL twice this season, 1-1 and 0-0. 0-0 draw coming on June 10th. OKC's 5 of last 7 matches have been on the road. Certainly happy to be back at Taft Stadium, looking for their first home win in over a month as well. Cashier on top of the free kick. 21-year-old whips it in, takes an awkward deflection off of Kyle Highland, and Cody Lorendi scoops it up and looks to operate quickly the other end. However, his pass is intercepted. Last touch off of Colorado, and it'll be OKC Energy ball.
Not the best distribution there from the goalkeeper. Trying to get Burrell free. Really like that service curling in from Coucher across the face of the goalkeeper. Just wasn't anybody from the Switchbacks making that diagonal run from the far post to the near post to get on the end of the ball.
But when we asked Jimmy Nielsen what sort of threats that Colorado Springs poses, the first person that jumped to his mind was Master Cashier. He couldn't exactly remember his name. He had a tough time remembering who it was, but he knew that it was somebody out on the left flank who constantly cut in on the right foot and that was causing them problems. And he obviously was talking about number 10 for Colorado Springs. Just such a great presence offensively and really a breath of fresh air. He just simply goes at defenders. He doesn't care who's in front of him, what type of caliber the defender brings, but he is going to go right at you 1v1, and he's obviously more than capable of delivering quality service.
He and Freddie, they both, every time they get the ball at their feet, they square up the defender, and you say just go at them 1v1. It is a breath of fresh air, the way the modern game is played. So often the touch is negative and played back the way the ball came from, instead of attacking the outside back and trying to win the ball, or get a cross off or win a corner kick. So it's really great to see those players. And Coach Nielsen, he didn't remember the player's name, but he knew it was number 10. So he knew who he had to defend. He just couldn't remember the player's name. But certainly Cashier is a real talent for this Switchbacks team.
Fans, the Energy FC Gold Card is a benefit for season seat members that earns them discounts at several metro area locations like Dunkin' Donuts, High Fly Indoor Skydiving, and A La Huaqueña Bakery. To learn more, visit energyfc.com/gold. Long ball sent ahead as Cashier was waiting for it, but Mickey Daly with some good defensive presence, and that's going to be a good matchup to watch over on the outside. Is Mickey Daly having to deal with Cashier, as here's Miguel Gonzalez. He's not shy about going 1v1. Gonzalez, couple of step overs. Now drawing some attention from the black jerseys. Kyle Highland.
That touch from Daly was sublime to take that ball out of the air defensively.
Now here's Dixon. Dixon with a sharp move, cutting into the area, fires a shot. It actually comes off of Miguel Gonzalez, as Josh Phillips was trying to get rid of it. However, it stays in Colorado territory, but Alex Dixon coughs it right back up.
So he was expecting a little give and go there with Daly, but Daly's lost his balance towards his own net, so wasn't able to make a run into the attacking third to support Dixon.
Fan base here at Taft Stadium always providing the utmost of support for their OKC Energy. They do a phenomenal job and really do give this team in green a little push.
So some of the fans are trying to beat Lorendi for the soccer beard of the year.
A lot of people would have a tough time dethroning him.
I know I would.
Gonzalez. Jose Barril. Anthony Wallace, really a jack of all trades at the back for Jimmy Nielsen. He can play on the outside, he can play on the inside, and I'm sure he could probably even play on the left wing as well. He has a wicked left peg and really can deliver great delivery, and he's an outstanding 1v1 defender as well.
Switchbacks just dropping off defensively, allowing the Energy to have the ball along the back line.
This one slid all the way over to Highland, where the move initially began. Barril looking to pick out Alex Dixon. It's a good ball, but Dixon had some work to do, and he wasn't able to complete the job, as it'll be a goal kick for Puati, but very patient from this OKC team.
I like that long diagonal ball over the top. Just didn't quite check up on the surface to allow Dixon to get on the end of it. Almost looked like Dixon panicked a little bit and tried to cross the ball in with his first touch rather than just controlling it. A good effort to get down that right flank to try and get on the end of that ambitious ball. But again, I like the thought process.
Cashier with a nifty little move. However, his teammates squander possession. Daly. Jose Angulo doesn't have enough time to run onto that one. It goes all the way back to Puati again, and this Colorado team doing a good job of sort of squeezing the space in, but also at the same time not allowing enough space in behind so that OKC Energy can play it in behind and then get through the defense that way.
Yeah, they are doing a good job condensing things, taking away the passing lanes, taking away the passing options.
Here's Frater. Good work from Cody Andrews to retreat back. Miguel Gonzalez letting the ball run through, fending off Eddie Prue. Still Gonzalez. Just trying to knock it off a Colorado player for a throw-in. Does just that. And it'll be a throw-in for the Energy. Don't have the likes of Michael Harris in the lineup tonight, so no flip throw-in for the moment. He does come on as a substitute. We might be able to see some of those fireworks, but it'll just be Kyle Highland with a normal throw-in at the moment. Anthony Wallace.
Memory serves me, Highland has a pretty decent throw-in as well. Not quite as spectacular as the flip, but I think you can get the ball into the penalty area pretty well.
Wallace hoping for Alex Dixon. It's going to run all the way through for Richard Dixon, who's trying to get on the right side of Master Cashier. And the initial reaction from the crowd made it seem like it was going to be a throw-in for the Energy, but it turns out to be for Colorado. There's a happy fan, excited to be on television.
I'm a little confused by the referee there. I thought that he indicated that it was a foul against the Energy, which I didn't see, and obviously it was a throw-in, so there wasn't a foul, but the referee kind of pointed to the ground, so I was a little confused there as to why the possession was going against the Energy.
Juan Pablo Guzman taken down as the Energy are trying to play quickly, but the referee, Jose Lara, not exactly fond of where the play started in terms of the ball and had to call it back. Jimmy Nielsen's side really looking to turn things around. They've gotten some very good results, and they've been right there as of late, but their last win dates all the way back to June 16th. And their last home win dates all the way back to June 6th, which was against Phoenix Rising FC. As this ball is sent ahead for Alex Dixon, takes a bit of a funny bounce off the turf. He was looking for Miguel Gonzalez. He was in tons of space, and Alex Dixon, frustrated with himself, knows that that was a good opportunity.
The ball just didn't roll kindly for the Energy there. It was a good ball over the top, finally checked up on the turf, but then the ensuing square ball just took a funny bounce, as you said, Tyler, and took it out of the path of the Energy players rushing on. Ticky-tack foul called against the Energy.
Fans, the Energy FC Gold Card is a benefit for season seat members that earns them discounts at several metro area locations like Dental Works, Central State Beauty, and Wellness College, iCakes, Gourmet Cakes, and Desserts, and Supermercado Morelos. To learn more, visit energyfc.com/gold. Here's Angulo trying to bring it down. Was looking to slip a pass through for either Dixon or Gonzalez, but Colorado backline cuts it out. But Angulo, like a thief in the knife, just takes it away from Tae-Song Kim. And now Kyle Highland looking to spring himself. Here's Angulo again. Just received on loan from St. Louis FC a week ago. Looking to make an impact here. Miguel Gonzalez. Back for Juan Pablo Guzman, and if you don't hit this Colorado team quick, they're going to go into a shell defensively and it becomes very hard to penetrate.
They are very condensed, as you say, the 4-3-3 lineup that they have, and then those passes that you're trying to insert into their back line get cut out very easily. But they're also very adept at hitting you quickly on the counterattack. When able to find King on that pass out wide, but they do control the ball and then look forwards very quickly on offense.
That was a telltale sign of what Steve Tritchu's game plan is going into this match, is to just really try to absorb pressure and force Oklahoma City Energy FC into throwing numbers forward, as Mickey Daly takes a hard knock from Kevon Frater, and Frater showing the mustard here in the 22nd minute, and now one of the leading goal scorers for Steve Tritchu, on a yellow card and needs to be a little bit careful going into challenges from here on out.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The officials issued a yellow card to Colorado Springs number 11, forward Kevon Frater.
Like just a 50-50 ball up in the air, and Frater's arms were up a little bit high, and they caught Daly on the ear. Certainly the arms were high from Frater, and probably that's why the yellow card was issued. It's only a clumsy challenge from Frater in any shape of the form. Daly's still wondering whether his ear's bleeding or not.
I believe the answer is no the last time that we had a nice tight shot on him, but
he wouldn't be on the field if it was. So I think he can be rest assured that he's okay. Either that or he's trying to see whether if his ear will come away with his hand when he puts it up.
That would be worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Lorendi, bit nervy for the moment. It's a bad giveaway. Kim comes away with it, looking for Frater on the back post. It's over the head of Daly, falling for Frater. Frater with a great move to the byline, squares it across. And it looks like Eddie Prue was looking for a foul. He might have gotten tripped up, and that's probably why he wasn't able to get a foot on the Kevon Frater pass.
There's the attacking mentality of Frater. It looked like Daly was expecting the ball to be played out for a cross coming in from the top of the box, and you're right, Prue did look like he was tripped up coming into the box and had a good case for a call for a penalty there. And all that was made from a bad distribution from the goalkeeper, Lorendi. Referee walking over and saying, look, they put that arc there by the corner flag for a reason. Put the ball in it.
It's another good ball in. A couple of bodies hit the deck as OKC Energy able to clear it away for the moment. Now here's another good opportunity. Ball squared back across. There's the shot. It's flicked on. Is it offside? For the moment, the answer is no. And it's Jordan Burt who gets the early tally for Colorado Springs. And now they're going back. And it looks like Jose Lara is going to have a conversation with his AR. And this is a big moment here in the 25th minute. Still deliberating. And it is going to be a goal.
Well, my gut reaction in the run of play was that Burt was in an offside position. This is going to be really interesting to see on the replay. Great first touch on the ball coming in. There's the shot. And it was deflected by Burt.
Colorado Springs goal by number 44, Jordan Burt.
Whether they were arguing that he didn't touch the ball, he certainly ran across the face of Lorendi, so would have been affecting the play. From our angle, I'm still not sure whether that was onside or offside, Tyler. But a huge moment in this game, and the Switchbacks lead the game 1-0.
Well, it's an awkward and perhaps a controversial goal, but they all count the same, I guess, if it's on the scoreboard and the referee made the final decision. It's a 1-0 lead for Colorado Springs, and they could be looking for a second here. Cashier cutting into the middle, encouraging Jordan Burt forward, the goal scorer. Looking for an option, goes out wide with Aaron King. 32-year-old looking to whip it in. It's a good ball. Frater gets there for the header, but this time is offside or perhaps a push-off, but either way it'll be a free kick for Cody Lorendi.
It was Frater went up for the ball for the header. He pushed off a little bit to gain that extra little space for himself. I think it was King that took the shot that led to the goal.
Drop, man, drop. Inanna pass, drop.
35 and 22.
It was a great, decisive run on that flank off of the set piece. Opened the space up for the cross. Drop back to the top of the box.
Jose Angulo blocks the free kick in front, and Sean McFarland is looking for the referee to go into his book here, just having a stern conversation with Jose Angulo, who was appearing to just walk away and claiming his innocence, but we both know, as I'm sure many people at home know, that he is by no means innocent and knew exactly what he was doing.
Again, it'd be interesting to see a replay of that, because it looked like McFarland just kicked it right at Angulo's backside. I'm not sure if Angulo actually did anything other than just was walking away. I think the referee, though, handled it well.
Good challenge in from Guzman. Jordan Burden with a strong challenge. Suggs with great delivery. That's a good idea from Jordan Burt to play it on the first time to find Frater, but this time it is called offside. And it'll go back to OKC Energy.
Jordan Burt getting up the right flank. Being sent forward by the coaching staff. Trying to spread out the Energy's back line. It's be interesting to see how the Energy now respond.
Jordan Burt's 5th goal of the season, giving Colorado Springs the 1-0 lead just a few moments ago. Controversial and certainly an awkward goal, but they all count the same. And OKC Energy now in a 1-goal hole, looking to climb their way out of it.
That's pretty impressive. He's 5 goals on the season from the right back position. That's really good.
Here's a good opportunity from range, and that goes just wide of the near post as the Energy FC faithful applaud Jose Angulo's efforts. And one of the things that Jimmy Nielsen said that is so unique to Jose Angulo is that he just requires a lot of service, a lot of delivery into the box. And with the likes of Anthony Wallace and Jose Barril, who are masters of just sending balls into the box, getting good delivery in, Jimmy feels that he is going to be able to thrive, but it's a matter of really linking those two pieces up together, and sometimes it doesn't always pan out, but on paper, obviously, they feel like this is going to be a very good match for Angulo and Energy FC.
I believe it is too. I mean, he's going to be a really good player for them. Again, service is so important for the center forward position.
And here's great service for Alex Dixon, looking to take it on the first time. Boy, that would have been goal of the year. Really tough opportunity for Alex Dixon, but it just goes wide.
Well, the first touch was fantastic to settle it with his right foot, but a little bit too ambitious to volley it with his left without even taking a touch. But there's the confidence of the man, the confidence of the player, that he has the thought process of, I can execute this and put it on frame.
Steve Tritchu and the Colorado Springs bench were looking for a foul there. Tritchu, a U.S. men's national team legend, 38 caps with the U.S. team. He was an assistant with the Colorado Rapids for a number of years. First ever U.S.-born player to play in the UEFA Champions League with Sparta Prague a number of years ago, as well as having a cap in the 1990 World Cup with Italy. He is certainly a great American soccer mind and doing a phenomenal job with these Switchbacks in Colorado Springs as they sit comfortably in a playoff position at the moment. Jose Angulo lining up the shot, and it goes over the bar, but Jose Angulo starting to calibrate a little here at Taft Stadium.
Trying to create that spark that's needed for the Energy. A beautiful left-footed effort here, just over the bar. Partey didn't know where that ball was going and was going to be struggling if that one was on target, just purely from the pace of the shot.
Angulo, a natural lefty, 2013 USL MVP with the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Originally from Colombia, in his first season, obviously, with the Energy FC on loan. As Angulo called for offside there by Jose Lara. A little more than half an hour played. Jordan Burt's goal, right around the 26-minute mark, is the difference maker. An awkward and perhaps controversial goal.
It was the left fullback, Suggs, that had that decisive touch down the left flank that created the space for him to cross the ball in to the top of the penalty spot, or penalty box, I should say. Again, I think it was King that had the shot that looked like it was deflected in by Burt past Lorende. And even now, we still don't know whether he was, I mean, obviously he wasn't in an offside position as far as the officials were concerned, but certainly it was a controversial goal.
Angulo sliding it through for Dixon, and that is a spectacular sliding challenge right at the last. And I believe it was Phillips who got there.
The timing of the run was fantastic. The ball vertically up the pitch was sublime. But how about that sliding tackle? It beat both those skills before it. A tremendous tackle by Phillips.
OKC Energy is starting to find a little rhythm here. Alex Dixon along for Richard Dixon.
It's interesting to hear the instruction from the coaching staff to the defensive lineup of the Switchbacks, when and where to put the pressure on. As the ball comes out to Wallace, they want the pressure from Prue to try and take the ball away at that moment.
And I guess it becomes a game within a game as far as OKC Energy are concerned, of breaking that first line of pressure, because that's where the space is going to be, but it's breaking it. That's the difficulty. Cashier finding Eddie Prue. Cashier again with a couple of neat moves. You can see why Jimmy Nielsen is a little wary of this number 10 here. Cashier, the return pass. It's a good one. Suggs getting into the area, clips it across, and Mickey Daly has to make sure of it. However, it will be another corner for Colorado Springs.
Appreciation from King in the middle of the box there from the Switchbacks. Thumbs up to his teammate Cashier and Suggs for their work that went ahead of the great defensive header from Daly to put the ball out for the corner kick.
Highland clears that corner away. It'll be another deep throw-in for Colorado Springs. The Steve Tritchard team certainly has a lot of firepower up front. They did take down San Antonio FC on June 24th. McFarland had the lone goal in that win. They are more than capable of playing with some of the best teams in the Western Conference, as are OKC Energy. As a foul is called against Juan Pablo Guzman. Nothing Cody Lorendi could have done about the Jordan Burt goal. 27-year-old out of Melbourne, Florida. Recently called up to the Puerto Rican national team, got a start against Indonesia about a month and a half ago. 12 clean sheets in 2016, part of a very solid back line and just defense for OKC Energy. But scoring goals was certainly at the top of their list of things to improve upon for the 2017 season, and that's why all the concern around the striker position, as Guzman Going out wide here for Richard Dixon. Dixon's ball blocked in front. It's going to fall nicely for Guzman, who just clips it in. The return cushion header is a good one. Highland looking to get a piece of it, but it's taken away, and it's McFarland who's off to the races. McFarland's going to keep on going until somebody stops, and Baril trying to get there. McFarland showing great strength. Still McFarland. He's taken down. No call from the referee. Baril going in for another tackle. Looked like Baril hit it with his hand, but it's going to be a foul against McFarland. That is good work from the man out of Madrid, Spain, Jose Baril.
Fantastic play from both players, but particularly from Baril. The patience and tenacity on defense just to keep chasing McFarland all the length of the pitch there, and then end up with possession on the set piece for the free kick earned by Baril. Great effort from him. It looked like he was beat several times, but he never gave up on the play.
Baril certainly known for his technical ability on the offensive side of the ball, but displaying his defensive abilities as well, as Cody Andrews ties up Kevon Frater, and it'll be a free kick towards Colorado Springs.
Baril has impressed me. He's very simple when he plays the ball, always looking to switch the point of attack as quickly as possible, and just looks like he has bundles of time on the ball, which is a mark of a good player.
Well done from Gonzalez, but Highland surrenders another throw in deep in his own territory. So OKC Energy still looking for that breakthrough that'll give them the equalizer. They went down 1-0 to this Colorado Springs team back on April 1st, but it was about 5 or 6 minutes later that Alex Dixon responded to equalize, and it would finish 1-1 as this ball gets all the way through, headed back for Lorendi, and off of his line, able to claim it. But certainly not an easy play for OKC Energy.
Wasn't sure that ball was going to fall kindly to Lorendi, but he read it beautifully well. Showing another aspect to the goalkeeping position, the skill of being able to read when to come off of your line and claim the ball.
This one goes all the way wide for Highland, falls nicely for him. Kyle Highland bends it in behind the line. It's a good ball, and it's in. Great ball in from Highland. Miguel Gonzalez gets the finish, and in back-to-back games, number 10 provides the equalizer. It's 1-1 here at Taft Stadium.
Well, Lorendi started the offense with the distribution out, and it came to Highland on the far sideline. Look at that ball, just served in so delicious into the top of the box. The goalkeeper, Poitier, thought about coming, ends up out of position, and Gonzalez, maybe a little bit fortunate, wasn't the cleanest of headers. Nonetheless, it was textbook because it went down into the ground and past the goalkeeper into the back of the net. All set up from a perfect pinpoint cross from Highland.
Great response from OKC Energy, who seem to be on their heels just as far as the number of chances were concerned throughout the first 40 minutes, but Miguel Gonzalez takes the most of the chance that he's given. And it was a great ball in from Kyle Highland, who really put on a silver platter for number 10, and all he had to do was put it on frame. Nothing Puati could do about it. Perhaps maybe his positioning to start off, but once the shot was put on frame, nothing he could do.
Well, as the ball came in, Poitier looked like he was going to try and come out and claim the ball on the cross, and then realized he wasn't going to get there. Tried to back up towards his goal line and was on his heels as the header went past him. And you just say nothing that he could do once the ball was met with Gonzalez's head and chin, chest, as it looked. But no matter, as the technique was fantastic.
Here's Gonzalez again. Puati off of his line. Gonzalez trying to curl it around him, but it goes wide. My goodness, where was Puati going? And it might have actually ended up serving him well because it forced Miguel Gonzalez to snap at it.
Again, trying to come out and get the ball, and you say, wonder what the goalkeeper was doing. It's almost like he's had his hands behind his back, not wanting to give up a handball. He's inside his box. He can make the save with his hands. That's why he's wearing that bright yellow color and those gloves. You're the goalkeeper. You often see a defender do that, Tyler, and they're worried about giving up a handball in the box. It looked exactly what Poitier was doing. Maybe he was not aware that he was still inside the 18. As you say, just coming out like that probably forced Gonzalez to snatch the shot a little bit, and The Switchbacks are a little bit fortunate, nonetheless, not to be down 2-1 at this moment in time.
Well, OKC Energy, after scoring that goal, playing with a boatload of confidence now. Richard Dixon. It is going to be offside on Jose Angulo as we slowly but surely approach the halftime whistle here at Taft Stadium. Miguel Gonzales and Jordan Burke, the goal scorers. And Jimmy Nielsen certainly said that it was going to be a good match between these two squads yet again, and it is not let down. Well, every Energy fans are looking to get their first 3 points at home since June 6th, first win since June 16th. Good work from Jose Angulo, but somehow McFarland comes away with the soccer ball.
I thought Angulo may have been called for a foul. His hands are up on the shoulders of McFarland. In the end, both players, a good battle between them and a good decision by the ref not to blow the whistle. However, we do have a foul right inside the center circle on the Energy side of the field. Andrew's getting a talking to from the official.
Kim trying to find his outside back there. Fans, the Energy FC Gold Card is a benefit for season seat members that earns them discounts at several metro area locations like All American Roofing, Abel's Mexican Restaurant, MVS Seamless Guttering, Latino Supermarket, and Cotner Law Group. To learn more, visit energyfc.com/gold. Another big ball for Frater. A deft touch to bring it down, but waiting for him is Anthony Wallace. And last touch off of Wallace, and it'll be a corner kick for Colorado Springs.
Oh, what do you think, Tyler? It seems like Wallace is very, very left-footed. He needs to have confidence that he can use his right peg too. It's not just for standing on. Got himself into a bit of a muddle there because he just tried to use his left foot to get the ball out of the danger area.
Josh Suggs on top of this corner kick, 3 assists on the season. It's a great ball in. The header is met by Cody Andrews all the way back out to Suggs, who just tries to volley it back into play, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Cody Lorendi. Josh Suggs, one of the steady eddies on this Colorado Springs roster. Played the most minutes last season, right up there this season as well. Just a very solid outside back, great left peg. Capable of great delivery. Good work from Richard Dixon. Got it to Alex, but poked away by Colorado Springs. And now Cashier with a big sweeping ball over to Aaron King. His first touch lets him down a bit, but able to maintain possession as we're going to have 2 minutes of stoppage time added on to the allotted 45 minutes in the first half.
I'm a little bit surprised how deep Frater and Cashier have played in this first half for the Switchbacks. Normally you'd expect them a little bit higher up the pitch. They seem to keep coming back pretty deep to collect the ball, and I think that's taking away from their potency on offense.
It's a giveaway by Colorado Springs, and now OKC Energy off to the races. A darting run from Jose Angulo. Miguel Gonzalez on top of it. He picks out Angulo. Angulo going for goal. Oh, what a strike! Jose Angulo, welcome to OKC Energy. They'll take a 2-1 lead before the half.
Again, you have to look at the goalkeeper's positioning on this to take nothing away from the shot. It was superb into the upper left-hand side of the goal as we look at it. A fantastic strike. But Poitier was worried about the cross, stepped out, cheating to try and win the ball as it was going to be served across. But Anguilla, he didn't do any serving. He just finished his dinner himself into the upper right, left-hand corner.
What a great moment for Jose Angulo after being acquired on loan a little more than a week ago, stepping onto the field here at Taft Stadium for the first time in a green uniform and making the most of it. As there's a foul against OKC Energy, and it is going to be a yellow card issued to Cody Andrews, who's gone in naughty a couple of times already. And now a dangerous free kick to Colorado Springs, but how about that strike from Jose Angulo? And like you mentioned, Puati's positioning by no means was his best, but even if he is in a decent position, I don't think he's stopping that shot.
It would be interesting to see. I mean, he's not even in the picture as this ball goes past him. He's cheated to the middle of the pitch. You would think that if his starting position was correct, he would have a chance of it, maybe getting a hand to it, maybe not being able to deflect it out, but certainly he was cheating, expecting the cross. Saw the run of Gonzalez, I believe it was, and that deception there just wrong-footed the goalkeeper and allowed Anguilla just put that one on frame, and boy, did he put it on frame.
And now right back on the other end, a great opportunity for Colorado Springs to equalize after going down 2-1 after leading 1-0. It hits the wall. Prue trying to send it back in, but that shot will not mean anything as the halftime whistle blows from Jose Lara. What a response from OKC Energy FC right before the half, finding 2 goals in no more than about 6 minutes. Matt Stubbington, your thoughts?
It has been a much better performance from the Energy than the one I saw earlier in the season against Phoenix Rising, and that is a joy to see. They have reaped the benefits of a good week of practice. They have a lot more energy in this first half. The response to going down a goal was very positive, and it's been great to see.
Jose Angulo with his first goal in an OKC Energy FC uniform, and it could not have come at a better time right before the big intermission. OKC Energy FC with a 2-1 lead over Colorado Springs Switchbacks when we come back.
Again, and fires into the box. Ball comes down, setting up a fight, goal kick, and it's in! Unbelievable from OKC Energy!
What if you could keep an eye on your business every hour of every day and know where your customers are at any moment? See what your employees are doing or tell if your windows and doors are secure. And what if you could do all that from anywhere? Introducing Cox Business Security. With HD surveillance and 24/7 monitoring, our security never sleeps, so you can. Cox Business Security Solutions. Security that means business.
Your banking needs are personal, none more so than your personal checking. FFB has a checking solution for you. Like FFB's Debit Card Rewards, which earns you points with every debit card purchase. Points for travel, hotels, restaurants, or merchandise from your favorite stores. And as always, you'll enjoy FFB checking perks like mobile deposit, online bill pay, and free ATMs worldwide. That's a lot of punch packed into a little plastic. Visit ffb.com/rewards for more today.
Harris unveils the flip throw again and fires into the box. Ball comes down, setting up a fight, goal kick, and it's in! Unbelievable from OKC Energy!
What a finish to the first half here at Taft Stadium. OKC Energy FC going in front 2-1 after falling behind 1-0 midway through the first half. Jose Angulo and Miguel Gonzalez, the goal scorers. Jose Angulo with his first in an OKC Energy FC uniform, and what a goal it was. An absolute screamer into the top left corner. As we'll take a look at some of the best moments from the first half, and there were certainly a lot of them.
There are lots of moments in the first half. That was early from Dixon, just putting it over the crossbar. Great defensive effort there from Arjeta to force the error on the shot. But this is the opening goal for the Switchbacks. Controversy, was Burt offsides? Can't really tell from that angle. Look at this touch from Suggs to open up the space. Great ball across. There's the shot. There's Burt on the deflection past Lorende into the back of the net.
Burt with his 5th goal of the season, and Jose Angulo, while that shot didn't go in, he would start to calibrate midway through the first half.
He was getting more and more involved in the game, took a couple of shots from distance, and this was a good defensive play there from Phillips to deflect that ball off of the foot of the on-rushing Energy player. And then great defensive effort at the other end of the pitch. Burrell had chased McFarlane the entire length of the field and ended up winning possession back, earning a free kick for the Energy.
And then this was the breakthrough for the home side. How about this ball from Highland, and then the finish from Miguel Gonzalez?
It's a beautiful ball in, curved with the left foot, right where it needs to be. And then there's Gonzalez up high. Wasn't the cleanest of headers, but it goes into the back of the net nonetheless. And then Poitier, caught out of net, did just enough to force Gonzalez to put the ball wide. And then this was the moment at the end of the first half. The goalkeeper thought the ball was going to be crossed over to Gonzalez, and Guella knew that he wasn't going to cross it. He was going to take the shot, and boy, did he take a shot, and Guella puts it in the back of the net.
Well, that was certainly what he was brought to Oklahoma City to do, and he's done it. He puts in his first goal in a green uniform. Now here are the stats from the first 45 minutes. Anything surprise you up here?
No, I mean, it's a fairly even game, and Oklahoma City Energy have had a lot of possession around their back line, which is not a surprise. The Switchbacks do drop off defensively, but there's been lots of shots. We've had the 3 goals, so it's a pretty even game. And the important thing is that the possession for both teams has been pretty much moving up the pitch. So often with those possession stats, we see it in their defensive half all the time. That's not the case tonight. We're seeing lots of possession for both squads in their attacking halves.
Energy FC looking for their first win over Colorado Springs in a league game this season. They did get the better of them in the US Open Cup in the 3rd round a few weeks ago. We'll be back with more in just a few moments.
I'm a retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing.
I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels.
After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak.
Meals on Wheels, coming to my door as someone who's housebound, having someone check on me, assures me that I'm not forgotten.
Meals on Wheels has given me a mode of freedom that I wouldn't have otherwise.
We're the clients.
We are the clients.
We are the clients of Meals on Wheels.
America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
We've raised the stakes. Expectations are high. Our biggest season yet will break records with elite players and future stars. Innovative technology and new homes. We're growing the game in our communities and across the nation. Are you ready?
We are officially past the midway point of the 2017 USL season. The first half saw the setting of new records, attendance reach over 1 million, and strong play on the field, highlighting the Fans' Choice Midseason Awards. Nominees were chosen for the awards, and the winners were left up to fan vote. Diego Restrepo was voted Goalkeeper of the Year, winning a staggering 59% of the vote. The San Antonio FC goalkeeper started the season as the backup, but stepped in after Matt Cardoni's injury and has racked up 7 clean sheets along the way, to go along with a .39 goals against average and a .862 save percentage. Kyle Smith was voted Defender of the Year, the only Louisville City FC player to play every minute for the club this season. The league's newcomers were recognized in a close vote, but Reno 1868 FC's Chris Wehan just edged out New York Red Bulls 2's Aaron Basulovic for the Fans' Choice Rookie of the Year award by 0.1%. Wehan is tied for the league lead in assists with 7, while Basulovic has yet to come off the field for New York Red Bulls 2, passing at an 84% accuracy rate. Chandler Hoffman claimed the title of Fans' Choice MVP. Hoffman has tallied 11 goals and 5 assists and found himself as the lone player in the top 5 in the league in both categories. Hoffman, along with head coach Briggs, have helped lead Real Monarchs SLC to the best record in the league, a feat that earned Briggs the Fans' Choice Midseason Award for Coach of the Year. For USL Network, I'm Morgan Conklin.
I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Back at halftime here at Taft Stadium in Oklahoma City, Energy FC and Switchbacks FC. It's a 2-1 lead for the home side thanks to a goal from Jose Angulo. Miguel Gonzalez got them level after Jordan Burt got us started around the 26-minute mark. But first, Energy FC is constantly working to grow the game in the state of Oklahoma. In addition to their successful U23 team and combining 3 state soccer clubs to play under one banner, Energy FC has started a U21 team as well. This is a necessary path to the foundation of an academy for Energy FC.
In order to reach the highest levels of the game, you gotta work your way to the top. And now, thanks to the Oklahoma City Energy, the path to the pros in Oklahoma is becoming crystal clear. On the pitch for the first time this summer, the Energy U21s.
It's fun. There's a lot of good talent out here, good coaching. You get to play at this cool facility, and it's a good opportunity to get in with the Energy.
The team designed for college players, 18 to 21, to train, compete, and stay sharp in the summer. Coach Jesse Faley has collected talent from all over the state. With 5 home games and trips to FC Dallas, Tyler, Texas, and Joplin, Missouri, the U21s facing some of the best talent in the region.
It's a good level. It's been pretty high intensity so far.
We got kids from all over the metro south side, kids from Deer Creek, Edmond area. We got 2 kids from Tulsa. We have some 96s on the team. We've got some kids young as 2000s, and it's just good to see players playing the game at the highest level and getting to play together and go play against some of the biggest clubs in the state.
I think for the most part, Oklahoma soccer is really underrated, but we really got some talent out here, and it's really nice to get them all together and play some soccer.
It's cool that we're able to organize so many good players, and we have such a collection of players in this area of the state. And it's good that we can all get out here and play, and that people are willing to show up.
With a couple players under 18, the U21 level is strong, but a big perk for the team, the chance to be seen by Coach Chris Spinlove of the U23s and make that next step to the PDL level.
It's good that we know we've got the best local kids out there with the U21 team now, so I know they got 25-30 on their roster, so I'll be communicating with the coach, and if there's anyone who we really need to take a look at on the U23 team, then we'll pull 1 or 2 of them up, but that makes sense, and we'll throw them in with our guys and see how they do.
I've been training with the U23s too, and it's crazy because they're so good and it's so much faster, the pace. Spinlow, he's a real cool dude, and he just texted me, telling me to come out and train with them, but they're crazy good. They're just so much bigger and faster and stronger. They have to try a lot harder.
You come out here, you train every day. The ultimate goal is to get on that PDL team, so it's good to know that Spinlow's watching.
So the level of competition, extremely high. The training on the pitch, top-notch, but also the training off the pitch is world-class. It is another huge benefit to playing with the Energy U21s. The players, access to the same program as the first team, Mercy Sports Performance, powered by Exos. It allows them to get bigger, faster, stronger, and stay injury-free as they head back to school in the fall. The program also focuses on nutrition and recovery, striving to achieve a total mind, body, and spirit approach to fitness.
The Exos has been pretty cool. It's different than what we expected, but in a good way. It's a lot of lower body and workouts that we don't do on our own, and we're all really liking it, and it's a really cool program, and I'm glad that we get to experience it.
It's kind of the big picture idea of this is with the U21s being a link in the chain between our youth club and our professional club, and being able to provide an opportunity for the 20, 21-year-old guys to put some positive work in the summer and improve their ability to be ready for their college seasons and ultimately grow the game in Oklahoma.
For more info on the U21s, visit energyfc.com, and remember, the path to the pros in Oklahoma is full of energy. For Energy FC TV, I'm Brent Starkey.
Your banking needs are personal, none more so than your personal checking. FFB has a checking solution for you. Like FFB's Debit Card Rewards, which earns you points with every debit card purchase. Points for travel, hotels, restaurants, or merchandise from your favorite stores. And as always, you'll enjoy FFB checking perks like mobile deposit, online bill pay, and free ATMs worldwide. That's a lot of punch packed into a little plastic. Visit ffb.com/rewards for more today.
Find out how a Mercy doctor can take care of you. At Mercy, your life is our life's work.
Your banking needs are personal, none more so than your personal checking. FFB has a checking solution for you. Like FFB's Debit Card Rewards, which earns you points with every debit card purchase. Points for travel, hotels, restaurants, or merchandise from your favorite stores. And as always, you'll enjoy FFB checking perks like mobile deposit, online bill pay, and free ATMs worldwide. That's a lot of punch packed into a little plastic. Visit ffb.com/rewards for more today.
Back here at Taft Stadium, OKC Energy FC with a 2-1 lead over the Switchbacks FC thanks to a screamer from Jose Angulo. Cody Lorendi has done his part up until this point. He'll look for 45 more minutes of clean football from his side if they're going to pull the 3 points out of the bag here in Oklahoma City. And we'll take a look at Miguel Gonzalez's dramatic goal from last week's ESPNU USL Game of the Week. And how dramatic is this, Matt Stubbington? The clearance off the crossbar. Gonzalez with the finish on the road against one of the best teams in the Western Conference to get a point.
Well, it was a great header and then a fantastic save, and the ball just bouncing around, and then there's the heads-up play from Gonzalez to turn it into the back of the net athletically. And just a fantastic moment for him and a fantastic moment for the Energy.
And then the day after a dramatic draw against one of the best teams in Western Conference, what are you going to do? You're going to go get Zen, namaste, OKC Energy, getting limber, and just it's more of the recovery that we talked about with Jimmy Nielsen.
Recovery is so key for these athletes, and cross-training, doing the yoga helps with the agility, the looseness and suppleness of the body, and it just helps them stay injury-free and helps with the recovery process, and so important for the players to take part in.
Well, whatever they did, whether it was a child's pose or a downward chaturanga or facing dog or what have you, it is certainly working as they have a 2-1 lead right now against Colorado Springs. And when we talked to Jimmy Nielsen, we talked about it before, but he said you're going to be in for a treat because this team has been working extremely hard during practice. We finally have a good cadence of games on the weekend, and we have seen a great product out on the field so far.
And we've certainly seen that in the first 45 minutes, and the way that they responded to be going down a goal was so positive. I think Coach Nielsen will be very thrilled with the way his team has played the first 45 minutes. However, if they continue like this in the second 45 minutes, he's not going to be very happy.
It's not going to be pretty, as right away OKC Energy almost surrendering a great opportunity. Thankfully, Anthony Wallace was there to cut out the shot from Aaron King. However, it will be a corner right off the bat, but that is not exactly a great start.
That's certainly not the way you want to come out of the locker room if you're wearing the white and green uniform.
Again, Jose Angulo and Miguel Gonzalez, the goal scorers for OKC Energy, and on the other side for Colorado Springs, it was Jordan Burt who scored an awkward, possibly controversial goal. As it'll be Josh Suggs to deliver. Kevon Frater giving Cody Lorendi all sorts of problems. Lorendi off of his line. It's bouncing around, and Lorendi comes to scoop it up. He will not be denied of scooping up the football on any sort of play, and not on that occasion either.
He'll probably be swallowing his heart there as he had to take a couple of attempts to corral that ball through traffic. In the end, he did very well, did Lorendi, to get the ball in his hands safely.
Again, OKC Energy looking for their first win against Colorado Springs in league play. They did get the better of them 2-1 up at Widener Field in Colorado Springs in the U.S. Open Cup, but have not defeated them and gotten all 3 points in league play just yet. So they're going to need to hold on for 45 more minutes if they're going to cross that off the bucket list. But this game has certainly lived up to the billing, and very similar to the previous matches where there are goals and there's excitement and there's drama. And there are storylines, and one of the big storylines was Jose Angulo coming into this match, getting his first start for Jimmy Nielsen and for OKC Energy FC after being acquired on loan a little more than a week ago. Did make an appearance as a sub against San Antonio FC, and now stepping out to the big stage, getting a start here and making the most of it as he scored a screamer of a goal just before the halftime whistle. And making the most of his opportunity here, and that's got to be a little bit revitalizing for the player as well. Not only for the club to pick up Angulo, but for Angulo to go from a struggling St. Louis FC team to an Oklahoma City Energy team who has a lot of, I hate to use the word again, but energy behind them. There's a great fan base, and there's just been a ton of support, and this is a team that is ripe for a playoff position at the moment that has to revitalize a 29-year-old and maybe say, okay, I have a second chance here. Let's make the most of it.
And he is, I mean, exactly right. He wanted a different look, so wasn't happy with things in St. Louis and wanted a new opportunity, and it looks like he is going to make the most of that chance that he's been given.
Here's the Energy again on a break. Alex Dixon looking to slide it through for Miguel Gonzalez, but that pass cut out. And that front three is certainly dangerous for Jimmy Nielsen between Alex Dixon, Miguel Gonzalez, and Jose Angulo. Certainly wouldn't want to be a defender going up against those three as Dixon brings it down.
Well, Phillips, number 2, the center back for the Switchbacks. A couple of very important intercepted passes that he made as the Energy were trying to find their front three. I think we have to go and get a thesaurus so we can find some other superlatives as far as the Energy is concerned. Otherwise, we'll just keep saying the Energy need more energy the whole time, or they have enough energy, or so.
Falls nicely for Kim, looking to send it through for Cashier, and Cashier not happy at all with the decision by Tae-Sung Kim, asking for the ball at his feet.
That's just too ambitious from Kim. He needs to have more patience and settle the ball to himself a little bit more. I don't think he's had the best game that I've seen from Kim.
Cashier is certainly a player that loves the ball at his feet to be able to go at defenders 1v1, not necessarily somebody who's going to beat you for pace time in and time out. So you can imagine his frustration with Kim as ball pinballs around a little bit in the middle third of the field. Argueta trying to bring it down. Haven't called his name a ton in the first 49 minutes or so.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised how deep on the field Cashier is coming back to collect the ball. I expect to see him right up against that defensive line for the Energy. so he can get the ball to feet, face up the outside defenders.
Here's Kim with the ball towards the back post. He was looking for Jordan Burt, who was getting forward from the outside back position, and it'll be a goal kick for Cody Lorendi. And going back to your point, Matt, it is interesting when a player of Cashier's caliber is coming all the way back to get the ball, and while he may not have been seeing it all that much in the past 10, 15 minutes of the first half, is it better for a player to stay in their position and just hope that the ball gets there, or to be a bit more assertive and go back and get the ball?
It's one of the, I mean, it's very difficult to say because they want to be involved in the game, so they want to go back because they're not getting the service that they want and desire from their teammates.
Well, the man who's been getting great delivery is Jose Angulo. On top of it again, looking for Miguel Gonzalez. Miguel Gonzalez going for goal! Miguel Gonzalez, 2 goals on the night, and now gives OKC Energy a 2-goal lead. They're flying here at Taft Stadium. 3-1 to the home side.
Well, I'll leave it to you to decide which was the better screamer with the left foot, the one from Angulo at the end of the first half, or this one from Gonzalez. Ball played over from Angulo. He takes a touch across his body and just thumps his left foot through the back of the ball, and it beats Poitiers in goal to the near post. Keeper stands no chance. I think that ball was still accelerating as it hit the back of the net.
Miguel Gonzalez with his 2nd goal of the night, his 3rd in the past 2 games. Number 10 cannot be stopped, whether it's San Antonio, Colorado Springs, or anybody west of the Mississippi. He is on absolute fire. OKC Energy, I'll say it again, have all sorts of energy at the moment as Kevon, that play started with Kevon Frater just literally stopped playing because he got hit in the eye, and it led to a break the other way. It was extremely strange, but you have to imagine that Frater took a nasty shot to simply stop playing. But OKC Energy came flying down on the other end. Great decision by Angulo. Even better from Alex Dixon to let it run through, and then Gonzalez made no doubt about it.
Absolutely right. Alex Dixon was thinking about making a play for the ball. Probably some communication from Gonzalez there. Say, hey, leave it. I got this. I'm going to let it run across my body, take a touch, and bang, left foot through the back of the ball. Ball in the back of the net. What a strike.
Miguel Gonzalez with his 3rd and 4th goals of this season here tonight on July 22nd, as the home side now have a 3-1 lead over one of their biggest foes in the Western Conference.
I think that answers the question that you and I had on Angulo's goal. If Poitiers had been properly positioned, would he have saved it? And you said no, he wouldn't have done. And I said, well, I think he might have been able to get a hand to it. And on Gonzalez's goal, he did get a hand to it, but no, he wasn't able to save it. So,
one of the few times I've been correct on a broadcast.
I'm just trying to extrapolate it back to the Angulo goal. If the goalkeeper had been in where he was supposed to be.
Well, Angulo now has a goal and an assist to his name, just with 1 start and 2 appearances under his belt as a member of the OKC Energy. And here's Miguel Gonzalez with tons of confidence, encouraging Richard Dixon to get forward, but Dixon ushered out of bounds by Josh Suggs, and a number of young OKC Energy fans were terrified at the fact that a full steam ahead Richard Dixon and Suggs could have become flying over the advertisement stanchions.
A great sportsmanship there from Suggs, and recognizing the danger of the situation as he puts the brakes on, just grabs hold of Dixon and slows him down as well. Notice that throughout this season there is a lot of respect from all of these players to each other. And generally treat each other with a lot of respect and sportsmanship. Great to see, a great example for the young fans watching the game of how you're supposed to behave on the soccer field.
Fans, the Energy FC Gold Card is a benefit for season seat members that earns them discounts at several metro area locations like Whole Foods, Carl's Plaques, Anthem Brewing, and Buffalo Wild Wings on Northwest Expressway. To learn more, visit energyfc.com/gold. And now Luke Velcoloni looking to come on here to make an impact for Steve Tritchu. who obviously is not exactly thrilled with the way his team have started the second half. Alex Dixon going out wide for Richard as that ball goes out of bounds, and now the substitution will be made. And it is going to be Eddie Prue coming off. The 27-year-old from Bozeman, Montana's day is done here in the 56th. Then Luke Vercolone, who's a great player to bring off the bench, probably could start on a lot of different teams in the USL. Has gotten a few starts this season, but coming off the bench and looking to make a super sub-like impact.
He'll be hoping to be able to spark things for the Switchbacks in the second half. Prue certainly didn't have the performance that we're used to seeing from him.
Much more offensive-minded switch from Steve Tritchu, obviously having to get back into this game, going down 2 goals after leading 1-0. And while the goal was a bit awkward and probably controversial, it did look like Colorado Springs deserved the goal from the time that the game started until they scored. But ever since after that fact, it has been all OKC energy.
Absolutely, they've responded so positively and in the correct manner, and perhaps maybe the nature of the goal, the controversy of the goal, put their backs up against the wall, and that was the little bit of animosity, so to speak, or that they needed to get them going on the right foot.
No call from the referee. It'll be out of bounds for a energy throw-in. And this was just what the doctor ordered for Jimmy Nielsen's side. The White Pumas club hasn't gotten a win since June 16th. Again, their last home win coming on June 6th. And now that they're back into a rhythm of, 1 week, 1 game, I really feel like this is a club that has the making to propel themselves into the playoff conversation. It's a team that got to the playoffs and made a little run last year. So there's no wonder why they're going to put themselves in that situation. But now adding Jose Angulo, there is a different dimension to this team, and they look a bit sharper moving forward than they have all season.
I mean, if they have somebody up front that they feel that they can trust to put the ball in the back of the net, then that just builds the confidence going forward. So if you're not sure where your goals are coming from and you go behind the goal, then it's so difficult to play with the freedom that you need in order to be successful. Having a goal scorer of Angulo's quality up top in conjunction with Miguel Gonzalez, I mean, that just allows the team to play with a lot more freedom.
Angulo had 4 goals from St. Louis FC coming into this match, and now obviously has 1 and 5 on the season to go along with a great assist to Miguel Gonzalez, his second goal that gave them the 3-1 lead. Here's Ronnie Argueta. Nice little turn, finding Vercolone. Coloni up for the header with tons of fresh legs and a little bit of energy as well for Luke. Frater trying to send it through, but it will be a handball on Aaron King as Kevon Frater a bit frustrated with his performance and maybe what's going on around him tonight, as it actually hasn't been his best performance either. But again, Cacher, Frater, they all look dangerous in the opening 25 minutes, and they've all gone quiet as soon as that initial Miguel Gonzalez goal went in.
They have, and again, I think it's because Frater and Cacher are coming back so deep. I mean, ordinarily, it would be, you would expect it because the outside backs of the Energy are getting forwards.
It's Highland across for Angulo. It's number 2 for Angulo. It's 4 for OKC Energy. And the loan is certainly paying off. Number 9 producing goals. And very well may have produced all 3 points for the home side. It's 4-1 to Jimmy Nielsen's squad.
Well, Poitier looks dejected. His defense let him down. The outside back, Highland, gets forward and serves another great ball into the box. This time along the 6, on the ground. And there's Angulo just to turn it in as easy as you like. Goalkeeper stands no chance. A very easy goal. But another great service from the left foot of Highland for the assist.
Highland with his second assist of the night. Jose Angulo now give him an assist as well as 2 goals. And the Energy FC are running away with it here at Taft Stadium. And I guess the moral of the story is to trust Jimmy Nielsen, because he told us we were in for a treat this week. And he hit the nail on the head. His team looked fluid, creative, and sharp moving forward. And they deserve every goal that they've gotten tonight.
The referee comes in, tells Lorende, quit wasting time, kicks the ball back into the 6, and Lorende puts it right back where it was. Just to waste a little bit more time. You know, I was saying before the ball went across from Highland to Angulo to put it in the back of the net, is how deep the Cachet and Freighter are coming, and it's not really because the outside backs for this, the Energy are getting forwards a whole lot. You know, Wallace and Daly haven't really joined the attack a whole lot, but those outside mids of Highland, in particular, have been very effective going forwards.
This is a good ball in, gets all the way to the back post. Suggs will not be able to get there. Richard Dixon tracking it down, and he wisely lets it run out of bounds. And it'll be a throw into Energy FC, who are on their way to their first 3 points at home since June 6th and their first win since June 16th.
So what ends up happening with Freighter and Cachet is that as they're coming back deeper, they end up getting caught between the outside backs and the outside mids and not really helping out defensively in any way, shape, or form.
And it's going to be Shane Malcolm, number 23, coming into the game, replacing Master Cachet, as number 10 not exactly pleased with the way things unfolded tonight. And you can tell by the body language as Malcolm comes onto the scene here in the 63rd minute. And now Colorado Springs, a little bit of desperation mode. Here's a good ball in, and it's going to be a penalty. Moments after stepping off of the bench, Shane Malcolm makes an immediate impact. And while a number of players on the field for OKC Energy, as well as I'm sure a lot of fans here at Taft Stadium, thought the game was done and dusted, Malcolm comes in and earns a penalty for Colorado Springs, and we may have a match just yet.
Well, that looked like it was drawn up on the practice field. Off of the throw-in, it was like a high pick and roll in basketball. Malcolm coming off of it down the flank and then just tripped up from behind. A well-worked play and the penalty well earned.
And now it's Jordan Burt to step up. Already has a goal to his name that gave Colorado Springs a 1-0 lead in the 26th. Jordan Burt, one more time. Burt steps up and he buries it. And now OKC Energy's FC's lead is cut down to 2. Jordan Burt's second of the night, his 6th of the season from the right back position. We've got a game here at Taft.
How many times do we see it? The goalkeeper picks a side, dives, and the ball goes straight down the middle of the pipe. A calmly taken penalty kick from Jordan Burt with the right foot. Lorende going to his right on the dive, and the ball goes in the back of the net. But a well-worked throw-in play with Malcolm earning the penalty kick. Cuts the Energy's lead.
Now it's sort of a catch-22 if you're Steve Tritchu, because you just took one of your best offensive players off in Master Cachet. As Alex Dixon and Taesung Kim have some words for each other. And going back to my point, Tritchu was taking off Cachet, puts on Malcolm. Malcolm wins the penalty back, and now it's a 4-2 game, but you just took out one of your best offensive players because you thought the game was over. And now you obviously have to have faith in your subs to be able to get back into this game and try to claw back in.
Well, Malcolm's on the pitch because Cachet was not working. So I think that the decision made by the coach, Tritchu, is the correct one, because again, Cachet he just wasn't in the game tonight, as dangerous as he is and can be.
Juan Pablo Guzman shown mustard here in the 65th, and now Alex Dixon getting a stern talking to as well, as Jose Lara has seen enough, as I'm sure these types of games that have plenty of goals in them can start to get a little bit chippy towards the end.
Still a lot of time left to be played for the Switchbacks to cut into this lead even further. You don't want to be giving up silly set pieces.
Argueta with a strong header. Bercoloni working on the outside, maybe just trying to knock it off a OKC Energy player, and Highland will clear it away for the moment. And now Colorado Springs, after getting a goal back, going down 4-1, make it 4-2, and we're playing with a little bit more confidence here. Good moves from Dixon, met in the middle by Argueta. Shane Malcolm with some good speed gets there, but it is a foul on Argueta, and it'll be a free kick for OKC Energy as Alex Dixon continues to have words for Jose Lara. He needs to be careful, as he already got a stern talking to.
And the referee, I don't think he'll stand for any nonsense.
Argueta, good ball out for Josh Suggs. Very dangerous left foot. Sends the ball in. It's behind Kevon Frater. It'll remain with Colorado Springs, who continue to pick up that second ball. And correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, but that sometimes is a telltale sign of a miscommunication and a little bit of disconnect between the back line and the midfield.
It is, and what ends up happening is that the distance between the two units gets too great, or also the midfield collapses onto the defense too much. So you end up playing with 6 across the back instead of 4 and then 4, or however you have your team lined up. So as your defense heads the ball out, it's going to nobody on your own side because they're too close to you.
Great touch from Angulo to bring it down, and wins a free kick. Ronnie Argueta committing the foul there. Argueta, such an interesting story. He attended UC Santa Barbara, was on the team for his freshman and sophomore year, and actually never ended up playing a single minute of collegiate varsity soccer. Ended up joining the club team for his last 2 years, and then somehow just finds his way onto a PDL team and slowly but surely works his way up the ranks of professional soccer in this country and signs a contract in the USL with the Switchbacks. So having never played Division I collegiate soccer, he somehow finds a way, and he is just such a great worker. He is a blue-collar footballer at his very core, very hard-working number 6, very good at keeping the ball, and can put in great tackles, and he is a great piece for this Switchbacks team, and the type of player every coach needs. As this ball sent ahead towards Miguel Gonzalez. Lays it off for Kyle Highland, already with 2 assists to his name tonight. Highland working on McFarland, and it will be a throw into Colorado Springs.
Oh, that is a great story, and every now and again in the UK you'll hear about a player that's come up through the non-league ranks and finds his way into a premiership. But those stories are few and far between, but you know, also speaks volumes of the way the game is in this country and the way the game has developed in the last 20 years, that there are those opportunities for players to develop and find a way to earn a living playing the game that they love. And it's brilliant for these young players and to get the opportunities that they have, and they're all making the most of it.
Shane Malcolm trying to take a touch over and around Richard Dixon. Last touch off of the Jamaican. Or perhaps last touch will be off of Malcolm.
The other positive of Argueta's story is that there's more than one way to find your way into the professional ranks, and there isn't just the set, oh, you've got to go to college and play at the high level in college, or I have to go play through the development leagues and through the academies. There are other ways that you can get these opportunities, and I know a lot of these teams do have open tryouts that players can go to, and they might get lucky and get that look that they need.
Well, that's what the D3 of the USL is going to provide, is it just another stepping stone for players to be able to get seen, as this is a great ball chested down. Here's King with the back heel. Lorendi makes the save. Back out for Malcolm. He winds the shot up. It takes a deflection, and Richard Dixon clears it away. Kept in play by Alex Dixon. Kim keeping it for Colorado Springs, and then Jose Baril just sends it the other way. Great opportunity from Aaron King, and Lorendi just with a instinctive reaction save. A little bit of chaos around the OKC box. This one trying to be brought down. It's going to fall for Frater. Frater with a move to the outside. He was taken down, and it's another penalty. Would you believe it? Kevon Frater with a nifty move gets Kyle Highland to bite, and now Colorado Springs have a chance to cut it to a 1-goal lead.
The Energy just couldn't clear their lines. It was a fine save for Lorendi to stop the back heel attempt from King, but at no point did the green and white get the ball far enough up the pitch. Just went straight back to the switchbacks. They play it back into the box. Frater, so dangerous, a little step over, scissor move. Highland bites on it, and Frater goes to ground, and the referee, quite rightly, points to the spot. You see Highland there, just on his heels, out of balance. I was wondering if it was going to be Burt taking this one. But the Switchbacks have picked a different taker of the penalty kick.
It is going to be Kevon Frater, and Frater has it stopped. Comes back out, and Frater buries it the second time. Kevon Frater pulls Colorado Springs Switchbacks within one. He was denied initially by Lorendi, but would not be denied again. It's a massive goal. Game on here in Taft.
Well, on the Burt penalty kick, it went straight down the middle of the goal, and I said, Lorendi, why did you pick a side? On this occasion, he didn't pick a side. He held his ground, but the kick was taken with such power, he could just only parry it back into the path of Frater, who calmly put it into the back of the net at the second time of asking. Coach Nielsen goes to his bench.
And it's going to be Daniel Gonzalez, the brother of Miguel, coming on and replacing Juan Pablo Guzman. What a turn of events here at Taft. It certainly has been a roller coaster. It started with Colorado Springs having more of the fun in the first half, as we'll take another look at the goal from Frater.
Well, Lorendi just held his ground and could only parry that ball. It was hit with such power off of the penalty spot by Frater. Lorendi, credit to the goalkeeper. He did very well just to parry it, but couldn't get up in time to stop the second shot coming from Frater. Got to play it down. Is that Andrews holding his right leg there?
And Cody Andrews appears to be in some pain here, immediately calling for medical attention as he is holding that right thigh. And while we wait on Cody Andrews, this turnaround from Colorado Springs has really happened within the last 10 minutes. It was sort of unbelievable at first when Shane Malcolm steps onto the field in his first touch. He draws a penalty. And then after that, Oklahoma City Energy had such a tough time just getting the ball off their lines, not even clearing it past midfield. And now they find themselves in a 4-3 predicament after leading 4-1, having come back being down 1-0. I mean, Jimmy Nielsen said we were in for a treat. I don't think he had anything in mind like this.
That's not the way he would have drawn it up, that's for sure. Well, certainly it would have been when it was at 4-1, but now it's 4-3. He's going to be a little bit pensive striding along that sideline there.
And Cody Andrews is going to come out, barely able to walk off underneath his own power, getting some help from the athletic training staff for Energy FC, and it's going to be Sam Fink to come in. Fink has gotten a couple of starts over the past few games, So certainly a reliable defender for Jimmy Nielsen, but Cody Andrews is really the heart and soul of the back line along with Cody Lorendi. So that's going to be a tough blow for Jimmy Nielsen moving forward.
And communication is going to be the key now with Fink coming into that back line. Make sure everybody gets on the same page. And probably with some instructions from Coach Nielsen to figure out how to keep the ball and possess the ball and find a way to get out of their own half, which they haven't been able to do in the last 5 to 10 minutes.
So Sam Fink onto the scene, replacing Cody Andrews. And after Angulo's second goal, everybody, including ourselves, probably thought that this game was done and dusted, but shame on us and shame on you all who all thought it was over as well.
I got guilty of it last week doing the Charlotte Independence game. It's new at Red Bulls too, and the Independents were up 3-0 and then held on in the end to a 3-2 victory. And 2 goals coming in the last 10 minutes of that game. So I don't want to get caught into that trap.
Takes an awkward bounce. Vercolone on top of it now as he's being harassed from behind by Jose Barril. Vercolone sprinting all over the field, looking like Jim Valvano looking for a hug, perhaps looking for a call, though, because he's looking for a referee that saw what happened. It looked for all in the world that it should have been a corner to Colorado Springs.
Certainly from our vantage point, it looked like it was a corner kick, but what we think matters not. It's the person in the middle with the whistle.
Angulo bringing it down and sending it along for Miguel Gonzalez, and McFarland had to make sure of it. Puati again. I don't think he likes playing in goal all that much because he's constantly trying to run away from it.
He's trying to make the play coming off his line again, but very late in coming, and McFarland had no choice but to clear that ball out of bounds for the throw-in.
Fink sends this forward. It's a good ball. It's Alex Dixon sending it across, hoping for Angulo, but it's just out of his reach. Highland trying to keep it in play, does extremely well doing that. Now here's Miguel Gonzalez. Laying it back. Here's a good opportunity, and Puati makes the save. Good positioning this time for the 21-year-old Cameroonian.
A nice, easy save there for Puati. Good positioning, as you said, Tyler, from the goalkeeper. But that was a great ball across the box. So in inches, if not less than inches, was Angulo from getting his third on the night.
Frater bringing it down nicely for Malcolm, but he is offside, as the referee on the far side of Taft Stadium has his flag up. Morelos is a proud partner of Energy FC. Get your grocery shopping done and buy your tickets to the next Energy FC home match at all 4 Supermercado Morelos locations, including Northwest 23rd and Meridian, Northwest 50th and MacArthur off of Northwest 5th and I-35 in Moore, and the newest location on Southwest 59th Street. Here's Kim, full steam ahead, going out wide, finding King. King going for goal. And he hit that with a bit of venom, but it was on the wrong side of the post, and it'll be a goal kick for Cody Lorendi.
Can't fault the player for taking the shot. A tough angle there to get that one on frame. Had players in the box, but I think the defensive presence from the Energy was going to thwart any attempt to cross the ball.
Good step from Richard Dixon. Angulo doing extremely well to hold it up. Getting pulled from behind on his jersey, and now Jimmy Nielsen is absolutely irate on the sideline, barking at Jose Lara. He makes no call, and now here comes Colorado Springs on the other end. Everything seems to be going against OKC Energy at the moment. Do they have enough to hang on for the remaining 11+ minutes? Suggs trying to get around Richard Dixon. Good matchup here. Kim with a bit of a hospital ball trying to find Miguel Gonzalez, but McFarland went in well with 2 feet. McFarland going for goal. Has it blocked in front. But OKC Energy again cannot seem to keep possession. Argueta hitting the referee Lara in the backside. And now it's Angulo trying to touch it through Phillips, but unable to. Bit of a strange sequence.
Very strange. The referee will hate the fact that he got hit in the back there. Officials do not want to become part of the action in that way.
Bercolone leaving it off nicely for Malcolm. Malcolm with great pace off to the races here. Shoulder to shoulder with Daly. And Daly making sure of that one. It'll be another throw-in for Colorado Springs. And OKC Energy on their heels at the very least.
Beautiful use of the body from Daly to get goal side and put that one out for the throw-in.
Argueta clipping it towards the back post. And Cody Lorendi taking control of it. And it looks like Jordan Burt took a shot to the head on that play. We'll take another look.
Well, Lorendi did very well on the save there, and Burt coming in at the far post to try and make a play on the ball. Looks like he just got collided with from Lorendi.
And Chad Bond is coming on to replace Jose Baril. So a bit of a defensive change here from Jimmy Nielsen, just trying to hang on to this 1-goal lead for the last 9 minutes or so. Solid shift from Jose Baril, who's pulling the strings in the middle of the park for this OK Energy team. And Jordan Burt, after being checked on by the athletic trainer, does have to step off the field for a moment and then can jump right back on. As you have to imagine with all the goals, there's going to be at least a fair share of stoppage time added on.
We had a couple of stoppages for injury as well. We had Andrews go out for the Energy. And then that stoppage there from the official for Burt. As Burt's coming in on that far sideline now.
Good ball from Alex Dixon, finding a sprinting Miguel Gonzalez. First time OKC Energy has been on top of the ball in Colorado Springs defensive third in quite some time. And they're going to make the most of it. Up a goal. Time is certainly on their side. Daniel Gonzalez. Going along the sideline for Highland, who's trying to keep it in play, but just out of his reach. And it's back to Colorado Springs. We're looking to claw back from a 3-goal deficit in the second half.
Yeah, it's great to hear the coaching staff. You hear Tritsu telling Kim to get up defensively. As the Energy were trying to work that ball forwards into their attacking half.
And how about that nifty footwork from Anthony Wallace? All sorts of head fakes and gyrations to get Aaron King to bite. And it'll be a goal kick for Cody Lorendi.
Got me sold on it as well. I thought he was going to clear that ball out with his left foot, and then I wondered what he was doing, and then realized he was just allowing the ball run over the byline for the goal kick. He's glad I didn't start ragging on him for not using his right foot again.
And it looks like Steve Tritchu is going to make one more substitution. as it's going to be Connor Bevins coming on. Richard Dixon looking for the big sweeping ball to find Kyle Highland. Highland has Miguel Gonzalez overlapping. Angulo and Dixon in the box. Highland looking to slide it through is a clever idea, but certainly tough on the execution end.
Energy keeping the ball nicely, but they had the ball in their attacking half, and now the ball's all the way back on the foot of Llorente, who's going to have to go long with it.
Angulo stripped by Argueta. And that's sometimes the difficult part about these last gasp comebacks, 3-goal deficits, is that it takes so much out of you just to get there. And that when you're finally there, you're within 1 goal, that you can run out of gas.
Absolutely. You spend so much energy trying to get back into the game. And when I've seen plenty of matches where teams have come back all the way and tied the game and have expended so much energy to do so, they end up then losing the match because they're exhausted from putting all that effort in to get back in the game. So you're absolutely right. The fatigue factor for the Switchbacks could be influential as this game winds down.
And it is going to be Connor Bevins coming on to replace Kim Tae-sung. So one last substitution for Steve Tritchu. One last gasp of air, and could number 22 be the goal scorer to salvage a point out of what has been a wild night here at Taft Stadium. Shane Malcolm has certainly come on and done his part as a substitute to make an impact, as Luke Vercolone gets called for the foul there. And OKC Energy will come out the other end as Cody Lorendi politely lets that ball run all the way out of bounds. And now Kevon Frater going over to help him. And this is where Cody can sometimes get in trouble, as well as all goalkeepers, not only in the USL but around the world, are all guilty of time wasting. And it really is a game within a game at this point, and Cody Lorendi playing the waiting game.
That's interesting. If the Switchbacks hadn't gone to get that ball, I think Lorendi might have ended up with a yellow card because he's already been spoken to by the official for time wasting.
Miguel Gonzalez with a nifty move to get out of a double team there and draws the foul.
Nobody for the Energy wants to take it.
2 minutes remaining here at Taft Stadium, plus stoppage time. Colorado Springs initially led this game 1-0. And then it was OKC Energy with 4 unanswered goals. And then Colorado Springs with 2 goals in about 10 minutes, both from the penalty spot. The second one, Kevon Frater, denied initially by Cody Lorendi, but put in the rebound, and that's where we stand at the moment. Miguel Gonzalez. Wallace with a big switch over to Richard Dixon. Cushions it nicely, along for Alex Dixon. But Phillips comes over and clears it away. Great patience from OKC Energy.
A wonderful ball to switch the point of attack. Ball played down the line by Richard Dixon, and again, Phillips there defensively played a really good game this match for the Switchbacks, particularly in this second half.
Getting word now, we're going to have 4 minutes of stoppage time, so plenty of time for Colorado Springs to try to find a goal as Miguel Gonzalez surrenders possession. Jose Lara telling him that's enough verbally. Colorado Springs inching their way up the field. Aaron King couldn't hold off the defense as Daniel Gonzalez looking to get on the right side of Ronnie Argueta, who does extremely well to hold him off.
Athletic training staff coming on the field for the Energy.
This looks like a bit of cramping. And now we'll take a look at some of the goals from tonight's match. And this was how we got started. Bit awkward, probably controversial. And then right after that, this sublime ball in from Kyle Hyland, finding Miguel Gonzalez for the equalizer. And then just moments later, how about this from Jose Angulo, his first goal in an Energy FC uniform. For anybody who's just tuning in and didn't see the goal, it flew into the top left corner. Shane Malcolm looking to slide it through. It's a decent ball. Player is taken down, and the referee, rightly so, telling them to get up, and Cody Lorendi falling on the ball continues more of his time-wasting antics.
As Vescalani going to the ground there, and I think the referee Lara is going to give a third penalty kick to the Switchbacks this half. Not unless it's absolutely cut and dry, and that certainly was not cut and dry.
Poor touch from Richard Dixon. Jordan Burt being encouraged forward, and he thumps it the other way. It's a great ball over the top. Here's McFarland. McFarland going for goal. It's cut out right in front. And Sam Fink urging his OKC Energy back line to step forward as we are really in the last knockings of this one. Mickey Daly gets there first. Daniel Gonzalez with a solid header. And it's cleared all the way towards Puati, who is in his comfort zone about 35 yards away from goal now. Ball looped in. Jordan Burt is there. He gets there first. Shane Malcolm can't get on the second one. However, last touch off of Oklahoma City Energy, and it will be a corner for Colorado Springs.
Looks like the referee may have changed his mind and indicated a goal kick. Lorendi can't find a ball to play back, put back into play. It was a good effort from Burke, just couldn't turn it on frame. The long cross-field ball into the box, the diving header.
Just about 1 minute of added time remaining here. Looks like it's going to be a foul against Colorado Springs. As Jimmy Nielsen is certainly keeping an eye on the clock now. The White Puma and his squad trying to hold on for dear life here at Taft Stadium. It has certainly been an entertaining game from a third-party perspective. Goals, controversy, and drama alike. Maybe one last act in what has been a fantastic play here. Jordan Burt sending it forward, hoping Bercoloni can get on the end of it. Doing well to hold off Anthony Wallace, but only momentarily. And he sees it out of play. And that might just do it here. And there it is, the final whistle. Gasps of relief from Oklahoma City Energy FC as the home side comes away with a wild 4-3 victory over Colorado Springs. Matt Stubbington, your thoughts?
I mean, what an entertaining game. I mean, it's for both sets of fans and for the neutrals alike. I'm so much happier with the performance I've seen from Oklahoma City Energy tonight than the one I witnessed earlier in the season. I think Coach Nielsen must be a lot happier with his team tonight, with the way they reacted positively to what was going on around them. He won't be happy that they conceded 3 goals. However, he'll be thrilled that they were able to get 4 in the back of the net and come out victorious this evening.
Well, it's the first home win for Oklahoma City Energy FC since June the 6th. Coming up on the other side of the break is the post-match report brought to you by UCO's Downtown NBA. Final score from Taft, OKC Energy 4, Colorado Springs 3.
Harris unveils the flip throw again and fires into the box. Ball comes down, setting up a bicycle kick, and it's in! Unbelievable from OKC Energy!
I don't think any city in America has come as far, as fast as Oklahoma City. And the reason you see so many highly educated 20-somethings move into the city is that vibe, is that energy.
And we want to be a part of that. We believe our MBA program is just as vital, it's just as interesting, it's just as engaging as other parts of people's lives. We can provide students with this incredible opportunity to learn in the places where they're living, working, and playing.
Okay, I'll just put 2 goals. I see that. They gave Gonzalez the assist on the first Angulo goal.
Full time here at Taft Stadium, and it is all smiles from the home fans as OKC Energy FC come away with a wild 4-3 victory over the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Energy FC postgame show is brought to you by UCO's Downtown MBA program. Connect to the future of business. Finish your MBA from Central in just 16 months. Visit mba.uco.edu for more details. And Miguel Gonzales is your UCO MBA man of the match with 2 goals and an assist on the night, on the way to the first 3 points at Taft Stadium since June the 6th. And right now we will take a look at all of the highlights from this crazy 4-3 win for Oklahoma City Energy FC. Matt Stubbington, we got off to a crazy start with this controversial goal.
It was a controversial goal. We didn't know whether Burt was onside or offside. Look at this touch from Suggs to take him past the defender. The shot comes in, Burt's in front of the goalkeeper, and it goes in the back of the net.
And then moments later, we would come down the other end. Kyle Highland delivering a quality ball. Miguel Gonzalez finishes the rest.
It was a fantastic ball. Look at the bend on this, the curve from left to right. Beautiful left-footed cross into the beautiful area of the pitch. And then this strike from Angulo, his first goal of the night. The goalkeeper was out of position, but it wouldn't have mattered. It was thumped with such authority into the left-hand corner.
And then Jose Angulo would get on the assist sheet in an OKC Energy FC uniform, as Miguel Gonzalez makes no doubt about that one.
It wasn't quite in the corner as Angulo's goal, but it was still thumped with authority with the left foot. And then a beautiful cross again, this time from Highland. And there's Angulo right as he should be at the top of the 6 to turn it into the back of the net. Goalkeeper again, no chance.
And then after going up 4-1, Shane Malcolm comes onto the field, his first touch, and he draws a penalty. How's that for efficiency rating? Jordan Burt slots it down the middle.
Straight down the middle of the pipe. And then Freda on the second penalty kick, little scissor move. Highland gets called for the foul. This one goes straight down the pipe. This time Lorende doesn't move, but he can't save the rebound as Freda puts it straight back into the back of the net.
And that is how we would finish. Colorado Springs Switchbacks comeback would be halted right there at 4-3. Cody Lorende thanking everybody for their support here at Taft Stadium. And although it wasn't the best day in net for a goalkeeper, 3 points is 3 points. And I'm sure Jimmy Nielsen is going to be thrilled with his team's performance.
He has to be thrilled with their performance. Obviously, you don't want to concede 3 goals. You don't want to concede 1 goal. But he's going to be thrilled with the way his team responded to adversity. And they did it so positively, putting 4 in the back of the net unanswered. Yeah, they gave up the penalty kicks, mental mistakes. That can be corrected. But, you know, we spoke to Coach Nielsen on Thursday, and he said that he had a positive week of practice, and I think we've seen the results of that tonight in this game.
Well, with that win, OKC Energy FC catapult themselves right into the playoff picture. They now have 25 points and will at the very least be inside of the cut line. For our producer, Sharna Yerke, and our replay operator, Brad Canfield, and our director, Jim Clark, as well as my broadcast partner, Matt Stubbington, I'm Tyler Terran saying so long for now. The final score from Oklahoma City, OKC 4, Colorado Springs 3.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.